Bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle.
Who wasn't doping? That's the question. Mike North, read him in the Daily Herald. You can hear him with Steve Friday afternoons. Watch his daily 30 and 5 video commentaries. Front page of 560WDIND.com. Our visit and his bicycle brought to you in part by the Village of Rosemont and Home Comfort Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Mr. North, welcome back.
I had a bell on my bike, too. It was awesome, and a horn.
Did you have a banana seat?
I know I did not have a banana seat, but I remember the high handlebars. That would have been cool. That's what they should do with that goofy races. Put the high handle, the suicide bars they used to call them back in the day.
Does Lance Armstrong deserve, or do we deserve an apology or money back from this guy?
Technically, no. He's doing it for himself. I mean, he's not apologizing because he feels bad for us or feels bad for the charity or anybody else. He's apologizing, John, because he feels bad for himself and he was caught and he wants to have a pity party. And now we're supposed to all of a sudden feel bad for a guy. If you read the transcripts of witnesses that have been against him, he's allegedly threatened them, threatened one trainer to have the skull bashed in. I mean, he ran it like a mafia. He won every single year. It's cycling. He knew he had to be dominant to make the money that he did, and that's exactly what he did. Now he's panicking.
Don't you think he should pay back our U.S. Post Office? They gave him and his team $30 million, and some of that, I do believe, is taxpayer money.
They got a lot of publicity out of that. And that's what, during the tour, Amy, what they paid for, they got in return. I mean, there's no doubt he delivered. It's how he delivered that is the problem here. And, you know, I'm sure there's people that want money back from the Second Mile, Sandusky's charity. But you know what? When you give the charity, you're giving the charity not because of that person. Maybe that person ropes you in, but because of the cause that it is. So I don't believe that anybody deserves any money back. And I don't believe anybody that gave to his foundation. I mean, to give to that foundation is to, you know, try to combat cancer, not, and maybe he roped you in, but you did a good thing.
Well, is there any chance he could go to jail? Because I want to see him behind bars.
No, he won't go to jail.
I mean, he lied, he bullied people, he threatened people if you conform or get off the team.
I think it's all going to be about his legacy and cheating and everything else. If I was him, I'd go away. I don't, you know, and it's the person he selected, too. I mean, you know, I would have liked to see him go with more of a sports journalist, maybe somebody, maybe 2 or 3 people. He decided to pick Oprah. He wants to tell it. When you want to, you know, maybe soften the story, that's who you're going to go on.
Hey, Mike, the story this week in Chicago would be that they're probably close to naming a head coach for the Bears. If you had to place some money on this, who do you predict?
I'll tell you who I'd want, John. I'd want Bruce Arians. I'd want the guy who took over for Pagano when he got leukemia.
Are you saying that you're calling for an Aryan Nation here?
Absolutely. Well, Aryan Nation, the Bear.
Mike, you should have learned your lesson, please.
Hey, I'm not the one that said it. I'm just saying Bruce Arians is the man. He's a guy that came in and he got it done by taking over a difficult situation. They talk about Bountygate with the Saints. This Pagano had leukemia. They had a rookie quarterback and a bunch of no-name players, and the next thing you know, they're in the playoffs. Plus, he worked with Ben Roethlisberger. If they want to go offensive and a guy with head coaching experience, it looks like this was a blessing in disguise for him, at least, what happened to Pagano, because he made his name known.
Don't you love to see a Harbaugh Super Bowl?
Not really.
Ravens versus the Niners?
You know what? It will be great. I'm not looking. I love Jimmy. He's a great guy. The Harbaugh family should be proud. You know, if it's Harbaugh, you know what we're going to be hearing. The only reason I don't want to see it is because the media will overplay it. I mean, it should be overplayed.
Never happened in the history.
There you go. There you go. We're the game. They even paid together. You're already starting, Amy. You already got the hype machine going, and it's true.
It's a way to get women involved in the Super Bowl. We think it's cool because the tight pants already
work for that.
No, it's a nice story, but the only problem is, and Amy, if you bring it up, it's a great story, but you know they're going to pound it into the ground by the point that we get to the Super Bowl on Sunday, we're going to be tired of it.
Thank you, Mr. North.
All right, guys.
We'll be listening Friday afternoon with Steve.